Welcome to the Suzy Lu Files. It is that time to do that deep dive down the rabbit hole. Let me prepare you with a preface that this is going to really anger you. And there's even a small chance this video may be removed. Hello, my name is Mr. Copyright. Section 107 of the Copyright Act determines the framework for which something falls under fair use. By law, fair use falls under comment, criticism, research, news commentary, teaching, scholarships, or education. That said, this video completely and utterly falls under the realm of fair use for YouTube, and hopefully will not be taken down. But before we begin any further, special thanks to our incredible sponsor today. That's right, Raycon. These are their brand new everyday E25 model of earbuds. These are the highest quality premium earbuds that you are ever going to receive. They're water resistant. They have a nice tug fit into your ear. They stay in your ear. They have incredible bass. The best part of all is that these little earbuds are a fraction of the price that you would pay for high quality earbuds from other brands. I mean, just take a look at this. These are all the different sizes that fit your ear for ultimate comfortability. If you use my special URL linked down below in the description, buyraycon.com/Repzion, you will get 15% off your order. Combined with these earbuds already being half off, and you're saving 15%, there's an opportunity for high quality earbuds that you cannot resist, and try it out for yourself. You won't regret it. So Suzy Lu, if you work in retail, if you work in the restaurant industry, or specifically fast food, allow me to start an entrance into the type of person that she thinks that she is. This caused a lot of controversy with the statements that she released, because it pretty much demeaned every single person who works in the fast food industry. Daily Mail even wrote an article about her. Go and get an actual decent job. YouTuber blasts striking McDonald's workers for expecting hands out, even though she makes a living reviewing video games. McDonald's workers are on strike because they want 10 euros an hour. Go and get an actual decent job and stop expecting handouts. Hashtag McStrike. Air workers in Scotland make less than 10 euros an hour after years of studying, so 10 euros an hour to work at McDonald's definitely seems steep. No one strives to be a worker at that company. They strive to better themselves in life. I don't feel it's decent, in my opinion. She replies, that must be what Donald Trump deals with when he tweets. She's comparing herself to the President of the United States due to the backlash that she received from literally bashing anybody who wanted better wages for working at McDonald's. Allow me to say something very clear-cut and bluntly honest. People who work in fast food have a lot more courage than me. If I worked in that type of job, I'd probably be fired within a week. It takes a certain type of person to be able to do that. Serve customers like Suzy Lu, who think that they're somehow better than them and superior to them because they're not working a real job, serving food for people who people need to eat. Regardless of whether you think the food's good or not, it doesn't matter. The fact is, you're literally putting people down for working and making a wage. It may be not a livable wage, whether it's livable or not livable. The point is, it is a job, regardless of what you think of how bad that job may be. And Suzy, are you really in a position to be so judgmental when your entire channel consists of literal copyright infringement, which we're going to get into next? I'd also like to say to you, Suzy, is that you are extremely privileged for the position that you are able to sit at home and make YouTube videos. This is literally you just sitting at a camera for 30 minutes doing an anime reaction video. I don't like the word privilege, I don't like throwing it around, but when you're literally putting people down who work at McDonald's, when you sit at home watching anime for a living, making almost $10,000 a month on Patreon, people are really not going to like you for saying things like that. Anywho, let's take a look at her channel. Her channel has roughly 40,000 subscribers. She's been on this platform for quite a few years, and she's actually had her channel suspended multiple times, and somehow, someway, it always gets restored and back up on YouTube. Now, if you take a deep dive into her YouTube channel, you're going to find quite a big trend. And this trend consists of individual episodes of anime on her channel. Now, she does do gameplay every once in a while, but a lot of it is anime related. She does what is known as reaction videos, and she does each individual episode of these animes, and it goes on and on and on and on and on and on, and I'm talking there is a plethora, a library of hundreds of individual videos of her doing anime reactions. Now look, I don't care if you really like reaction stuff, but there's a fundamental problem with her channel, is that these entire episodes are in raw format. It's literally her sitting in a camera like this, in the corner of the screen. She minimizes the video, and this is the key point here, she changes the opacity of the anime itself for YouTube. And there's an actual reason for this. Because YouTube has a system known as a Content ID bot. It's basically a software that when you upload raw formats of movies or animes or TV shows, it is auto-detected by YouTube software, and it detects it, and then it puts a claim on that video that says this claim is the studio or the company that owns this anime or film, taking away your monetization, and then the company can either strike you or monetize your video of them off of using their type of content. Now, the reason that she changed the opacity on these anime videos is because YouTube's bot system doesn't pick it up. So she's knowingly going out of her way to edit the entire raw format of the anime so that YouTube doesn't pick it up. And let me explain to you something. Her anime reaction videos are terrible. I'm talking like 20-30 minutes in length of just sitting here and, oh my gosh, wow, that was cool. I'm not joking. This is the consistency level of her reactions. It is literally a few word sentences, shocked big eyes, and somehow, some way, that's considered commentary. That is considered fair use. And let me explain to you something, it's not, because her channel was already eliminated once for copyright infringement, and rightfully so. Hi, patrons. Well, remember back when I said 2010 was a really bad year for me? It just somehow managed to get worse. This week, I had a bunch of strikes come off my YouTube channel, and I was able to upload again, which was great. Yesterday, I posted an update talking about the situation, how I hoped it was going to go back to normal. Unfortunately, I woke up this morning, and my channel was suspended. Apparently, I was hit by the same bot last night, and instead of the strikes applying to my channel, YouTube just decided to shut me down. Confusing considering that that's not their policy, but anyways, my manager at YouTube is supposed to be on holiday until next week, but he's back in the office today investigating why this happened and how we can fix it. I will no doubt have to delete all of my Naruto videos as I can't trust I won't keep getting caught in this bot, and TV Tokyo are refusing to issue a comment. I can't take an entire movie and upload it to YouTube, put my face next to the video, and sit there for 2.5 hours and do, oh my gosh, wow, ooh, crazy, ee, that's cool, modify the video so YouTube doesn't pick it up, and then when the individual company comes along and strikes the video, takes it down, I claim fair use, I'm being targeted incorrectly. And you know what the crazy thing is, guys? It doesn't just stop there. The amount of effort she goes in to bypass all of this, it astounds me. So if we take a look at her Patreon...
In these videos, she's not even trying to make them transformative, and this is blatantly in violation of Patreon's policy. If you're wondering how much she's making, I've had to retake the screenshot over and over again, since apparently this YouTube controversy has helped her steal content on Patreon. She now has, let me just check one more time, 1,791 Patreons at this time of recording. She hides exactly how much she's making, but there's only one tier, and it's for $5. This means, and I'm not joking, she's making $8,955 a month to watch full uncut stolen content on Patreon. I'm sure this won't be permanent, as I would assume she'll get some sort of letter in the mail or a termination notice on Patreon or both. But wait, there's another great bright idea coming.
So I've decided that in a couple of weeks' time, when my website is up and running, all the usual Naruto videos that you guys are used to are going to be up on my website for free. You're going to be able to go to the website and watch them exactly the same as you've been watching them on this channel.
But it gets better there. If you actually here's a screenshot of the entire catalog of the days of the week, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. And these are more anime reaction type videos. But they're not on YouTube, and as you can see, some of these things on Patreon actually don't have the opacity adjusted at all, because she's not uploading it to YouTube, she's actually uploading it on a private site known as Vimeo, which you can also privatize video and give a special URL and link that. So she's going through Patreon and actually distributing full episodes of shows and anime using a different video site. And John Swan, when I talked to him a few days ago, made a fantastic point that I didn't even consider. I was thinking to myself, how does she make so much money on Patreon by doing this copyright infringement? And it's because, well, she's a YouTuber, and she's a girl, and people want that personal connection with their favorite YouTuber. Regardless of whether you like reaction videos or not, they're willing to pay $5 a month, because not only do they get the full episodes of the anime that she's reacting to constantly every single day, but it's with your favorite YouTuber, so it's more personalized, if that's the proper term, if you consider just saying, oh wow, crazy, if you consider that personalized, by all means, maybe you're a little bit delusional. I don't think you should be throwing money, but hey, it's your money, do whatever you want. Should you be supporting somebody financially who's actually committing copyright infringement? Because she's charging less than a Crunchyroll or an anime subscription service model for access to unlimited anime, and she's actually charging less. Therefore, people, if they want to save a buck or two, are more inclined to go through her Patreon model of distribution of anime, thus supporting the company that actually makes the shows. Like, it's a really scummy thing that she's doing, but it doesn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. Suzy Lu is also a chronic false flagger. Now, there's a difference between copyright striking a video and striking a video through flagging it. A lot of DMCAs you can get restored by filing appeal. A community's guideline strike, which is when you flag a video, a lot of those when a video gets flagged for a community guideline strike, which you need 3 of them to have your channel terminated, a lot of the appeals actually don't get appealed. YouTube is pretty strict on actually appealing community guideline strikes. And there's a YouTuber by the name of Swan who uploaded a video just less than a week ago, where he made a video specifically talking about this problematic behavior that Suzy Lu is just showcasing and doing on this platform of YouTube. She's taking out smaller creators who make any sort of response video to her videos, whether it be commentary or criticism or critical of her content or the things that she's said. I realize this is a bit blurry, but take into account this is the type of person we're dealing with. I own the copyright to my face, which is what you used without permission. You were clearly desperate to use someone who gets views to help your video get a boost. LOL. Too bad. Suzy, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but just because somebody makes a video talking about some of the things that you've done doesn't mean that they're trying to get a clout boost. There's no clout boosting from your channel. If you examine your channel with any sort of criticalness, you're gonna see that your channel is literally a fluff piece of copyright infringement that contains no substance. You don't even have a personality. There's absolutely no substance or content to what you create on YouTube. And it's in violation of pure copyright law. Just imagine being so conceited that you think that you own the copyright to your face. You're a public figure. And so we can't use an image or a video of things that you've said or done because your face is copyrighted. Copyright law doesn't work that way. There's a video made in December by Nicholas Diorio titled Suzy Lu, the False Flagger Terminated for Stealing Content. Company that owns the anime, I think, I'm butchering the name here, Naruto, I don't know, I've never actually watched it before. The company actually struck Suzy Lu completely because people contacted the anime company that's distributing and made this anime, and they're like, hey, this person is actually taking full raw episodes of your show and uploading it to your YouTube channel. Change the opacity to bypass YouTube's bot system. It guarantees you the legal right to your own content that you own, that you make, that she's legitimately stealing. And that's not a word that I often use, but that's what this is. And Swan's video, as of last week that had over 100,000 views, was actually removed. It was appealed, but as I mentioned, appealing a community guideline strike is really difficult. They usually don't go through when they get hit. And the video was removed for harassment and cyberbullying. Now, of course, when you actually watch these appeal things, we don't really know the specifics of why the video was taken down, what was the highlight of it, but there was an actual segment in Swan's video where he talked about the size of her noggin, so that, like, the size of this, right? And he made a remark, sarcastic, satirical remark about how the size of the forehead must mean you got some big brains in your noggin, right? That's like... But according to YouTube's new TOS Terms of Service Agreement, YouTube takes creator-on-creator harassment really seriously, and they have highlighted in the rules that you cannot attack physical appearances or attributes of an individual. Thus, I think that is why the video was removed. Swan uploaded the video yet again. Remove that segment. It's still on YouTube for the last few days. It's down below in the description. I recommend you watch it. You need all the context and information you can get on Suzy Lu. It does a really good job of that. Suzy Lu is a false flagger. She goes around and reports any video that is negative of her or critical of her in any fashion, regardless of whether it's a video that falls under fair use or not. She recently showed her flag history, and you can see this. Suzy Lu is a massive hypocrite. Another female lies and false copyright strikes. Suzy Lu, false flagger and trying to get channels terminated. Suzy Lu, white knights defend her false copyright strikes. Even channels that re-upload content that isn't hers she will flag that because she can't deal with anybody either A, using her face, B, being critical of her in a way that falls under fair use and research and education, and 3, she knows that she's guilty of the things that she does is because anytime a person makes a video about her showcasing a problem with her channel or her content, she either A, disables comments and likes, which then as of yesterday she recently re-enabled them again, but you can tell that the comments section of her videos are being heavily censored because they're only positive comments. And 3, guess what? She's also incredibly, when it comes to content creation, lazy. I mean, it's an anime reaction thing, right? So you can't really any lazier than just reacting to an anime every single episode and sitting on your bum all day doing nothing. I mean, that's a privileged position to be able to make $7,000 to $8,000 a month simply by doing that. I mean, hell, I'm doing everything wrong with my Patreon, clearly, but I digress. She also went after a channel known as Tipster Gaming. A smaller YouTube channel has been very critical and keeping up to date with her antics and behaviors. And we found out that she's so lazy with content creation that she stole gameplay off of another YouTube channel and then presented it as her own gameplay. Like, it's gameplay, for God's sake. It's the easiest thing to do is create video gameplay using your own footage. But no, she can't do that.
This was uploaded on June 13th, 2018. And as you can see, it's on Suzy Lu's channel. I'll even provide links to all these videos in the description down below so you can see that these are on her channel. Unless, of course, she actually removes these, then you won't be able to see that anymore. But while they're available, you'll be able to see it. But this is an upload to Suzy Lu's channel. This is essentially the same demo they were playing at E3 for the Resident Evil 2 remake. So let's go ahead and play this video briefly. And right at the beginning, this very familiar looking sort of overlay / watermark pops up. And I was looking at this and I was like, this looks really familiar. And the person who uploaded the video that I shouted out briefly before, he pointed this out as well. The reason why this looks familiar is because this is from GameSpot.com. This is their overlay that they use on their videos. Now, if we do a little bit of digging, and I did, we can actually find the original video by GameSpot. This is on their YouTube channel. Obviously, she edited out this GameSpot intro from the gameplay footage, but here we can see the gameplay. It starts out same gameplay as on her channel, and there's that same overlay watermark. She literally ripped this off from GameSpot and uploaded it to her channel, and she got a nice amount of views on this video, over 46,000 views. Views for content that is not her own original content. She literally ripped this off from GameSpot.com and put it on her channel.
Any sort of reaction stuff is the most laziest form of content creation. It is the lowest low. There's a pecking order on the YouTube realm of content creation, okay? You can have commentary channels, drama channels, whatever channel you have, but at the very, very, very bottom of the totem pole of the YouTube sphere, there is reaction channels. And reaction channels are terrible. They are the laziest. There is nothing of substance there other than the potential to relate to your favorite YouTuber because you're reacting to something that they may love or like. The problem is with reaction stuff, and the reason why it's pretty much died out on YouTube is because YouTube's bot works really, really well. But there's still some flaws and still ways to bypass it, and Suzy Lu is still doing that to this very day. The irony in all this is that she complains about being struck when the anime company came along and took down her Naruto anime stuff reaction on YouTube, right? And at the same time, she's also striking other people for using any content that she uses of stealing other content. Yeah, I just said that. So, let me say it again. She's striking people for using her content, but in her content, she's stealing other content fully raw edited anime episodes. It's like this weird circle. It's like there's no offset path. It's just like this roundabout that's just like, that doesn't make any sense. It's more than a double standard. It's more than hypocrisy. It's the most disingenuous form of copyright abuse / flagging I've ever seen. It's actually worse than Onision, because Onision doesn't flag my content or other people. He typically just does a false CMCA, the video gets taken down, it's back up in 20 days. It's annoying, but guess what? Copyright abuse is a problem on YouTube. It always has been, always will be. Flagging content is a completely different area of YouTube, and most appeals don't go through. But YouTube responded to John Swan and said that the appeal is staying that way. So then what did he do? He went and re-uploaded the video and took out the part mentioning about her noggin size in reference to having a big brain. And while the video's still up, it's linked down below in the description, but all this stuff is happening right now. This is ongoing right now. Suzy Lu is abusing not only copyright on YouTube, striking content down that is critical of her in any way, but she's stealing constantly. And even better, if you go to her website, she has all this stuff categorized. Naruto, Sword Art Online, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, where you can watch these full episodes of this anime and her reactions to it. The problem with this is glaring if you don't see it, is that you can't do this. I can't make a website called MrRepzion.com and then upload every single Star Wars movie of all 9 movies and offer it free to my fans while I go, ooh, ah, ah, every 5 minutes. It doesn't work that way. She's actually, from her website and what she's doing right now, she's opening herself up to a massive actual lawsuit from these companies that actually are, they have a lot more money than probably Suzy Lu does. Again, she's stealing content and making money off stolen content. It blows my mind how she's not in more trouble from doing this, and she has gotten in trouble. What's even crazier is that after her website launched, they found out that they had no access to her website if they were from Japan. That's because she actually region blocked the entire country of Japan temporarily so that people couldn't report her infringing content and would have to use a VPN in order to have access to it. Pretty crazy stuff. Now, when she got called out for region blocking the country of Japan, she immediately revoked that, but that just goes to show how much she's going out of her way to avoid being caught or getting in trouble while stealing. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The Suzy Lu Files, I have a feeling this is not going to be done. It's an ongoing situation that just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and as the weeks go by into our April quarantine and probably into May. So we all have too much time on our hands. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. All the people that I mentioned are linked down below. Their videos on Suzy Lu are also linked down below. Recommend you check them out. They deserve the subscriptions, they deserve the views, and they don't deserve to be false flagged or taken down falsely.